Hey, what's up, guys? Sean here from BGB, and I just want to show you guys something that I'm going to be doing this afternoon. I just got out of work, and last night in the mail I received my new BK16. I'm sure many of you know what this knife is. See if we can get it to focus here. Well, anyway, it's the BK16. She does not want to focus right now. Well, anyway, what we're going to do to this today is I'm going to take the scales off and I'm going to strip the coating off of the blade. This is not me telling you exactly how you should do it. This is me showing you how I'm going to do it. So I'm not at all suggesting that you do this. Whatever you do, do it of your own free will. But I'll show you how I go about it and what I use. First off, I'm just going to use this paint pan. Line around the house, you can use whatever you have. This just works out for me. The stripper that I'm using is this clean strip. I looked for another one that I saw on YouTube that Chris Tanner had mentioned. I forget what it's called, and they didn't have it. This was the only one they had. But I've used this already, and it worked out pretty good for me. So I don't think you guys will have an issue with it. So this stuff is pretty volatile. So rubber gloves are recommended. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip the scales off of this, undo the Allen bolts, take it off, put on some gloves, and when I come back, we'll get started. Alright guys, welcome back. So as you can see, I now have the scales stripped off of the BK16. And what we're going to do is pretty much lay it inside there, spray it. We're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes. We'll come back, we'll scrub it with a wire brush, see how the stripper is reacting to the coating on this, and I'll probably flip it over, spray it again, let it sit for another 15 minutes, and come back and repeat the process until the coating is completely gone. So let's get to spraying this baby. Oh, also, I just want to say that I know I already said the gloves, but I'd probably suggest that you guys also wear some eye protection. But it's your call. I'll flip it this way so you guys can see better. Yeah. Sorry for the phone noise too, guys. That's Brian of BGB. He has horrible timing lately with texting me during the videos. What you want to do, well, what I do, they get it nice and coated, so it's nice and foamed up. And I'm just going to leave it now. I'm going to let it sit for about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back to it, like I said. And I actually can't find my wire brush, but I have a couple of these old ones from my firearms cleaning kit, so I figure those will work just fine for this purpose. So we'll come back in 15 minutes and we'll see how we're doing. Alright guys, so as you can see, or I'm not sure if you can see or not, it's been about 15 minutes and the coating is just peeling right off of the blade. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me come around. It's just coming right off. I don't know if zooming in is going to kill your quality here, so sorry. Move this back a little for you. I mean, just look at that. It's just peeling right off. So what we're going to do now is just see how much of it we can get off. As you can see, just all of it's flying right off. So it's not hard to do. I usually have a proper wire brush to do this, but I mean, it worked good. It's gonna do what you want it to do. It's coming off real nice. Which is great, because I am not a fan of the coatings they put on these knives at all, which I don't think many people are, particularly, but you can see it. It's just all coming right off. Oop, excuse me. We're gonna keep scrubbing some of the spots. It seems like right over here by where the blade relief is. Being a little bit of difficult. I mean, and when you're done with this too, I'll rinse it. And then you're gonna coat it with oil anyway, since it's carbon steel. So we got it peeling off on this side too. So what I'll do, since this side didn't get sprayed directly, is I'm gonna hit it again, spray it, come back, and yeah, pretty much just keep repeating it, like I said, until that coating is completely gone. So we'll leave it again, and we'll come back, and we'll keep on moving. Alright guys, so we're on to the second side now. It's been about 15-20 minutes, and we're going to see how this stuff looks, but I guarantee you it's still going good, and it's going to come off pretty easily. Let me just throw in another glove here. So, yeah, look at that. Look at how it's just coming right off. No problems whatsoever. Seems to actually, I shouldn't say that, it seems like right here, up by the end of the, where the scales would be, is like really, really tough to get off for some reason. It's kind of weird. Sorry about the beeping phone. Just figured I'd get this done real quick tonight out in the garage, so it's not going to be the best quality of videos, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys how I go about doing this. I mean, you gotta be careful too, because this stuff will eat through the rubber gloves eventually. So, I mean, it is coming off, as you guys can see. You can see that in the light. And I'm personally a fan of it more when without all this crap on it. So. Yeah, so I'm going to keep doing this, guys, and once I get it all off, I'm going to rinse it, dry it off, and then I'll put a thin coat of oil on it, and I'll show you how I do that. So I'll be back when this is all ready to go. Alright, guys, so I cleaned her all off. Everything's been stripped out. All the nasty black stuff is gone. You can see the BK16 there. She is all clean now. So I think total this took me maybe 45 minutes to do. But now she is completely stripped. So I'm going to throw the scales back on her, and then we'll see how she looks. Alright guys, so this is it. The scales are back on her. I will be getting new scales for this eventually. I'm probably going to have a sheath ordered up this week for it because not a big fan of this nylon crap. I mean, I shouldn't say crap actually. It's a decent sheath. It's a nice nylon sheath, probably more than decent. It's just not my thing. But it'll work. I mean, if you're not going to order a new sheath, you could always put a small survival kit, sharpening stone, ferro rod, what have you inside of here. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Just not my cup of tea. So I'm probably going to have one made up for this bad boy. But digging it so far. Just got it last night. And yeah, stripped today. It does come with 2 sets of scales too. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but it's cool. Black and this coyote brown. But yeah, we'll get some new scales on her. I'll do a video on that. We'll get the sheath made, do a video on that. But for now... Alright guys, sorry about that. My battery died earlier. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick what it looks like with the scales on it. It came out pretty nice. I'm a much bigger fan of it without its coating on it. I think it looks a heck of a lot better. I'm not sure if I'm gonna end up polishing the blade yet. But that is a possibility. But yeah, as you can see, it was very easy to do. It took me about 45 minutes to complete the entire process, but it's not a hard feat to accomplish it all. So that's about it, guys. That is the BK16 and how I went about stripping it. I hope if you guys are thinking about doing this yourselves, this will give you some ideas on how to go about it. But thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe, and check out all our social media. And as always, till next time, guys. Thanks.